Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, bit of an unexpected one. I wasn't expecting to be making this video. This is the build we're running for the new Dasp Tlc. I went ahead and had a look at all the new abilities and did some tests on them as well. I was running the Bone Snap, but after looking at all the abilities, I decided, well, I could see that what the new ones were obviously, and I decided to go for the Piercing Bite, and then on the senses go with the corresponding Feral Bite, I think it's called, to like increase the bite even more, the Piercing Bite even more. As you can see here, I'm looking at the senses and I had Carnage on. Then I saw the Feral Instincts, which deals 20% increased damage with the Piercing Bite. So I had a look at that and decided that the sound of the Piercing Bite together with the Feral Instincts, and then on the hide going for the like tough skills one that deals extra damage to larger creatures, like I thought that would be a pretty solid strategy to go for, so that's in the end what I ended up going for. You can see there we have it, and then I took another look at the senses and decided to get the Feral Instincts. And then for the roar, I had the one that was already in the game, the Tyrant Roar thingy, but I decided to go for the Rampage one, because the Rampage one gives you increased damage for 30 seconds, a bit like the Deep Rumble on the Rex, but instead of decreased incoming damage, you deal extra damage. So that in combination, I think, in my opinion, is the best build to have right now. I mean, I haven't done that much testing with the Shattering Bite and the corresponding Instinct that deals increased shattering damage and all that. But I'll do some more testing on that as well, and I'll let you guys know what I think of that. But for now, we're going to be focusing on the Piercing Bite. There we can see the dense skills deal receive less damage from heavier opponents and all that. Basically, if you want to be fighting small stuff, you should take the green one, and if you want to be fighting big stuff, you need to take the orange one. And then in the tail attack now deals knockback as well, and then for the voice I have the Rampage one. This one is a quick one. Someone texted in I had to change my subspecies because I for some reason had an adult Dasp, but I had it with the knockback subspecies, and after looking at that for a second time, I thought I should have the 3% extra damage one, so put me all the way back to sub-adult, so put me back on the grind as well before we could do the testing, but you know, that happens. And this Rex typed in global that he had a trophy in Whistling Columns, and I said I was in Dried Lake, and he said he would wait for me here, and I ran over and he gave me the trophy, so that helped quite a lot. And you know, not the whole community is toxic and just kill on sight, so bit of positivity here and there is good to see as well. I found this Aloe, and he was willing to let me test my new Piercing Bite on him. So here first is the Piercing Bite without any other things, and as you can see, it does about 20-25% damage on the Aloe. So now I was going to let him heal up, and then I'm going to test it again whilst using the Rampage Roar as well. Here he is, all healed up. So we used the Rampage Roar to get extra damage for 30 seconds and makes us blow steam out of our nostrils and make our eyes glow red. And as you can see, that did about 3-4% more damage than without the roar, so not too bad there. And to measure it, I also decided to bite him regular ones with the Rampage Roar activated, and as you can see, that dealt quite a lot as well. So pretty solid strategy. Here's my buddy Sean allowing me to test it on his hats. Once again, first time without the roar. You can see it takes almost a third of his health even without the roar. Let him heal up. I use the roar again. And now we're gonna test it with the roar. You can see only a little bit more, but still like pretty solid, like takes like a third of their health. Here's Sean again on his Achillebator because I wanted to test it on something small as well. So we'll begin without the roar. So this is just a regular piercing bite. As you can see, it takes a solid third of his health. Here is Sean again, all healed up. We're using the roar again. As you can see, that does even more, like pretty solid. Here's my friend Electra helping out on Spino. This is the regular one. But as you can see, even on a Spino, it takes like a solid 15 to like 18% without the roar. Here she is again, all healed up, so we're gonna roar up again. Make her eyes glow red again. Then go for it again. As you can see, that almost deals like, that's a solid 18%, and then a regular bite after it as well. Not bad on a Spino. Here is where I just came out of the home cave, and as you can see, I'm still subadult in only 2.5 bars. But I found this, I think it's like late juvenile or very early subadult Rex, and decided to go and test it. Here is where I found out as well that the tail now does knockback, because he was able to fully dodge that first bite by just by knocking me back. What you're gonna see as well in a second, I'm gonna actually hit him fully on his body with a piercing bite, and since he's a heavier and bigger opponent that deal even more damage, and also because of the feral instincts it's even more damage. You'll see, like, I mean, he's not winning this fight, but like, look how much damage the piercing bite does here in a second. Like, he goes from like looking like this to completely meatballed from one piercing bite. There it is. Did you see that? He went from like looking normal to like completely meatballed from one piercing bite. So seems to be pretty solid. And then of course I could just get behind him and quickly finish him off. And this is where I discovered as well that the Dasp has some new roars. So look pretty awesome in my opinion. They did really well with this TLC. I don't know how, but this is the first time I ever checked my replay footage and my dinosaur animations are actually showing as well. So for the first time ever on the channel you can actually see my Dasp attacking something as well and biting it and all that. So I was really amazed to see it, and I hope I can get more clips in which my attack animations show as well. So while we look at me destroying this Rex again, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 200 subs by the end of the year, and it's gonna be close. I hope we can make it, but nevertheless I really appreciate all the support. And yeah, the channel's been doing very well and growing a lot recently, so I really appreciate it. As you can see here again, I believe we're gonna do, yeah, this is where we're gonna do the piercing bite again. That one didn't show an animation, but you see the damage that it inflicted to him, and this is where we loop around one last time to bite him two more times to finish him off. This is also where I got the thumbnail for the video. Later on, when I was questing in Titan's Pass, I saw this Rex. He crouched and acted friendly, even invited me to the group. I decided to show his name as well, because he turned out to be a very toxic little piece of bleep. Together with his friend the Megan, he tried to bone break me here, but because of how they reworked bone break, I was able to still run away. But he did hit me, obviously, and the reason they told me was like, well, I wasn't supposed to take any of the quests because his friend, who is an adult mech, apparently needed all the quests, but then they shouldn't have invited me in the group. And you know, that's the kind of scum that you really don't want to see in this game. Like the ones that, you know, let you join their group and like act friendly, because he crouched to me as well and then try to kill me. Like, That's just sad, and we don't really want to see that here, but I'm gonna get some sweet revenge on them. And here as well, right before the quest finishes, they kicked me out, so I didn't get any marks or growth from that. So at this point I was kind of mad and was just roaring at them a bit. But then I heard the Meg roar, because I hadn't seen that it was a Megalania at this point. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't have roared at them, and they're probably going to want to kill me now. So I used the new knockback tail to try and get a bit of an advantage on this Meg as well. The problem with fighting Megalanias, they're so low to the ground that you almost have to be crouched in order to hit them with your bites like that. It's very frustrating, and of course when I'm looking down, because I'm fighting the Meg, I constantly had in the back of my mind that I was also needing to be very wary of that Rex, even though they reworked Bone Break, he is still a very big threat to me. I just want to apologize for me talking so much in this video, but you know, new TLC dropped and it's an informative video, so I kind of have to. So if you don't like that, I apologize for it. My health not looking too great, and I have about 8 minutes of venom as well because I'm running, so not very preferable there. And my beautiful Dasp has gone all green, so with the Mag still hot on my heels, I figured I probably wasn't going to be able to outrun it, but I noticed that like I was probably lower health than it, but my only chance that I had to like potentially kill him was to get him away from the Rex, so I could just have a 1v1 with just a Mag. And now here, when we got to this little bit more open area, I decided to just stop running and just facing him. I hit him fully on the head there, and then with another bite I was actually able to finish him off. And I must say, that felt really good. And that's why I teabagged him as well. Like, inviting someone in the group and then trying to kill them, like that's just too sad. And to say I did a bit of trash talking in chat, but they deserved it. Later when I was testing on Chillo, and we were also just questing because I'm grinding for another skin on Dasp as well. We needed some food. We found this pig now, and we just put him down real quick. I honestly don't know what the skin on Dasp is called that I'm grinding for, but it's 8,000 marks. But when I got to like 6,200 marks, I was getting attacked by this Sarah. This other Dasp ran right past me, but here you could see a little showcase of the new, the other one, the reworked Bone Break one. I forgot what the Shattering Bite, because you see he did 3 or 4 quick Bone Break attacks, but it didn't fully slow me down to like a full Bone Break, but like with every bite it slowed me down a little bit more, so that's how that one works. But right here I knew there was not really any chance for me to get back on land, and so I was just gonna let the combat timer run out and then just drown. And in the end I ended up losing only 300 something marks instead of probably like 1500 to 2000 that I would have lost if I would have died in combat. Here's another example I found in Young Grove. I found another Dasp also running the piercing bite, and here's the difference in fighting if you only use your regular bite. And as you can see, he's using his piercing bite there. Did a lot of damage to me, but in the time that he was charging up his attack, I was able to get him low enough with just a regular bite. little info there as well. Hope you guys enjoyed it, found it helpful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!